Yo, what's up, guys? Backyard Chronicles once again. Taking advantage of it while it's still nice out. Uh, have a little bit of a conversation. So, a couple things I wanted to talk about. First, Bitcoin. Right now, at the time I'm making this, about 107,000 and some change. Um, I'm seeing a lot of negativity and stuff, which is to be expected. I mean, lemmings are gonna lemmings, right? They're going to fall into the negativity and be toxic, and they're going to fall into that stuff. We need people like that, guys. I keep emphasizing that, right? If everybody was bullish and positive, there would be no volatility in the markets. We need those people to be selling right now, pushing prices down so we can buy at lower prices. If it wasn't for them selling the red, we wouldn't be able to buy the red. And, you know, it wasn't the same reversal of that is if it wasn't for them coming back and buying the green and FOMOing back in, we would have no one to sell to our green to, right? So we need those people. So we love and appreciate those people who can't control themselves and end up losing in the market. God bless them. Hopefully they learn. It's almost like a rite of passage in your first cycle. You have to get wrecked. You have to sell the red. You have to buy the green and fail almost so that you can understand in your next cycle how to do things properly. Because I'll tell you right now, you get people like me who've been around for three full cycles, or my boy Caesar, for example, who've been around for three cycles, and we're telling you how these things fail. But we get these people say, you don't know, man. You only been here for three cycles. That's like 12 years. You don't even know, man. You don't even know, right? I know. I've been here for 6 months. I know, man. Trust me, my emotions are telling me, dude, that it's going down, brah. You don't know what you're talking about. There's not going to be an altcoin season, man. We need those people, right? Um, in saying that, so Bitcoin at 107,000 and some change right now. Um, Now, I've been telling you guys for almost 2 weeks, a week and a half or so, every day, been showing you guys the charts over on TradingView, Bitcoin on the weekly, and I've been telling you, look, Bitcoin's likely pulling down to 102,800 and some change, 900 and some change, to bounce off the 50-day. And the reason for that, again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I've reiterated in every video and every live stream every day for a while. You're probably sick of hearing it. It's going to bounce off of there, and it usually, well, not usually, it always makes an aggressive move to the upside after it bounces off that 50 moving average on the weekly time frame. So we're obviously about $5,000, give or take, away from that right now. So we need Bitcoin to fall down another basically $5,000, right? To around 102,800, 102,900 roughly, bounce off the 50 and make an aggressive move to the upside. Now, what would flip me bearish is if Bitcoin fell below the 50 moving average on the weekly and started closing weekly candles there. Then I would say, you know what, we might be headed to a bear market at that point. Um, but until that happens, I remain bullish. My bull case remains intact, and I remain bullish on more upside. So, couple of things I wanted to note. Onyxcoin, XCN, I wanted to talk about that. We haven't talked about Onyxcoin or Swiftcoin very much lately because there hasn't really been too much news. But I don't want people to think that my bullishness on these projects has diminished in any way, shape, or form, because it most definitely has not. Swift, one of my biggest bags. If you're on the Patreon, you know my portfolio. Swift is one of my top 3 bags, depending on whatever the price is any given day. But let's go for Onyxcoin first here. Now, guys, when the market is red, when it's sideways like this, and it's not fun, and you might not have passive income for DCAing or whatever the case might be. And keep in mind, guys, it's not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just here to entertain and educate you, right? But there are opportunities out there, and Onyxcoin is definitely a shining star, in my opinion, when it comes to opportunities, especially when things are red. Because a lot of people in our community, in our VIP community, they've been staking their Onyxcoin through the protocol for a long time. Like, we're talking almost 2 years at this point, right? Because we've been covering it. And they've been gaining, right now, I think that the APY is like 31.36%. So what they're doing is they're claiming the rewards either daily, weekly, whatever, and they're being smart with it. They're either compounding their XCN, so they're just claiming their rewards every day, every couple days, and adding it to the amount they have staked, which increases the amount that they get back. Or if they feel that their bags of Onyxcoin is big enough, guess what they're doing? They're taking that dry powder now and they're converting the rewards, maybe once a week, once a day, whatever, into something else, whether it's a ZBEC or, you know, even something simple like Solana, or using it to get free Bitcoin, right? Like, whatever the case might be, there's passive income opportunities out there for you guys if you know how to navigate this space and utilize the DeFi protocols and stuff like that. You can definitely continue making money even on red days, right? So that's what a lot of us are doing over there. I mean, a lot of people were asking about the Onyxcoin upgrades and stuff like that. Ended up being more of a nothing burger, which I had anticipated. But for the big picture, it's a good thing, right? So I like that their new protocol's updated as well. It looks a lot more slick. They're making moves, guys, behind the scenes. Make no mistake about it. They're making moves, and I'm never been more bullish on XCN. I wish they would do a little bit of like spaces over on X, like Zbeck does. That would be amazing if they do like even just a weekly spaces or something. That would be great. I've been bugging the team to come on the channel for a long time. You know, you never can. I know it's a DAO, it's decentralized, but Chain is behind them. So, I mean, it's got to be someone you can talk to somewhere, right? But I digress. It doesn't change my bullish stance on the project at all. And as far as APY, people ask me, well, like, how is 31.36% sustainable? Well, it's not. That's the point of it, right? I've covered that in the past. You have to understand that. So when they make a move like that and increase their APY, it generally has to be, I mean, it does have to be voted on by the community, right? And get approved. So when that happens, what ends up happening when word gets out that the APY is like 31.36%, you basically have a pie. Think about it like a pie, okay? And the more people that stake, the lower that interest rate gets, right? That APY gets from 31. We've seen it multiple times now. They've had to continue increasing it because more and more people start participating in staking, so the piece of the pie gets smaller, right? So to say how is it sustainable? Well, it's not sustainable. That's not the plan, is to keep it sustainable, because the more people that power the network and stake and contribute to the TVL and the ecosystem, the smaller the piece of pie gets. That's just common sense, right? The more people taking some of the pie, the smaller your slice gets. And as for Swiftcoin, guys, another one that people ask me about all the time, you're still bullish on Swiftcoin. Guys, I could not be more. We are in a time right now when it comes to Swiftcoin where I couldn't be more bullish on it. More bullish than I was before. You might say, well, why? It's down. It's beat up, Rob. That's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Nothing has changed. Fundamentals have not changed. The team hasn't changed. Nothing has changed. It's only gotten better in terms of utility. They've added a lending protocol. They've gotten deeper into the decentralized finance narrative. Bridgers continues to add more and more networks. And here's a little clue as to why I'm more bullish, because Bridgers, now Max Rue and I were talking about this, how Bridgers has become, it's one of the easiest swaps, user-friendly swaps out there to use. It's like, well, it doesn't help me. I'm in the States and they're not in the States. Well, the only reason they weren't in the States was because they didn't want to get sued by Gary Gensler, right? But now the game has changed, my friends, because Gary's gone, right? Gare Bear is no more. Now we have a crypto-friendly administration who is putting guardrails in place for swaps, dexes, and exchanges to be allowed to operate inside the United States. So I think it's only a matter of time before you see Bridgers accessible to U.S. citizens. That's a game changer for me, right? It's so easy. It's just a simple swap, cross-chain bridge, right? And they've added so many bridges in the meantime. I think it's like over 400 or something like that. And they just keep adding. So I could not be more bullish. Again, you always have to ask yourself, guys, when it comes to these projects, you're invested in something, it's beat up, it's destroyed, Miria, whatever the case might be, it's in the gutter, right? And it's been a long time, and you feel like, man, should I still be in this project? Look into the project again. Has anything changed? Has the fundamentals of the project changed? Has the direction of the roadmap changed? Has the team changed? Have the developers abandoned the project? If the answer to all of those questions is no, nothing has changed since you bought into the project, then other than just, price sentiment and recency bias in terms of the lack of price action, nothing's changed from the time you bought it. So theoretically, you should be just as bullish on the project, if not more bullish, because if you liked buying Swiftcoin at a penny, you should love buying it at like where it is now. Or same thing with Onyxcoin or ZBEC or whatever, right? Because if the fundamentals haven't changed, if the team hasn't changed, if the roadmap hasn't changed, if nothing fundamentally has changed for the negative on the project, you should be more bullish on it at lower prices than you were at higher prices, right? So just something to think about. And I understand it's hard to think that way. It's difficult. It's easy to say it and stuff like that, but I'm just trying to help you guys, get in the right mindset. I know it's a doom and gloom kind of day, guys, but listen, it's a good day to have a good day. Everything happens for a reason. God's watching over you, and it's going to make you stronger for the next cycle. So you're going to get there. Just hold on. Be strong. God bless. And like I said before, guys, join our private community. We drop daily trade videos. If you want to learn how to trade, our courses are free to everyone in the Patreon, so check that out. Our morning market overviews, our newsletters, everything, guys. Check it all out. All you need in one place. We even created a mental and emotional support channel for those who are feeling down and you just want to chat with other people feeling the same way. You can book one-on-one coaching calls with me personally where we can sit down and have a chat. And, I can help guide you through it because, listen, whatever you're feeling, I felt the same way. I've had a cycle, my first cycle too. And I didn't start a pro. I had to get there, right? So book a one-on-one coaching call with me or join one of our group coaching calls, right? Or you can check out any of our exclusive Patreon content, live streams, and stuff like that. So much more. The link is in the description, guys. Check it out today. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.